Okay, it's ahead of Nowruz, and you see the markets bustling after Ramzan during Iftiari because the fast is over, and a lot of people come out to shop. But there are a lot of people who are also questioning. Inflation is high, the economic situation is crippling. I have somebody with me who'd like to talk about the situation on the ground. What's your name?
Sarah.
Sarah, tell me, I see a lot of life, a lot of people outside, but truly, what is it that you're looking at when you see Tehran, when you see your country?
Okay, so what could be seen right now is not exactly just the real image of what people really feel, or it is it doesn't just prove that they are so excited about their life, and they are so satisfied about what they are experiencing. It's quite against just about people's feeling and about people's emotion. It might be because everyone just knows them responsible right now to survive and keep going, but just majority of people are really against this system, this regime, and just they wish they could bring a lot of changes. There are many evidences these days, and the best evidences would be just what is happening in the universities these days. The universities like Sharif,
The protests that are continuing right now.
They are exactly the best proof, I can say, how people are against or opposed to the idea of this regime. And they know how cruel, how brutal they are, not to give them enough freedom, just to force a lot of people to be living in such a terrible economic crisis.
Right, Sarah, a lot of women have suffered a lot, here. But the protests, women trying to reclaim their space, do you think that's the reason why we're seeing the moral policing in Iran going down? That a lot of people are not coming and saying, wear a hijab. Is that something that is changing a little?
Just, about the veil or about the hijab, it is quite different because it was connected to the politics of the government, I think. In this case, it was the only freedom which was given. But the reason why people protested against government 4 years ago was not only because of just veil, or Mahsa Amini's actually disagreement against government. It was not the only demand that people requested. It was something a lot much more, and actually freedom is not just limited to the appearance. It's limited to what people can say or just can present.
That's
exactly.
beautifully put. Freedom is not just about what you're wearing or not wearing. Preferably, people should be allowed to wear what they want to wear and how they want to present themselves. But it's also more than that, which is what Sarah is saying over here. In terms of economics, you have a daughter, Sarah. And in terms of the situation with America, are you fearful? Are there concerns that there could be a war anytime?
Actually, you would like to know how people might be eager for any war or just they agree that America attacks Iran or not. I promise you, yes. There
are people who want America to attack?
Yeah, exactly, because they need, I think, exactly right now at the position Iran is experiencing, it is something essential, and it is something which is felt by many Iranians right now. It is not something, today I might be the voice of many people, a million Iranians who wish there could be an attack just because of another help, because it has been experienced after 47 years of just running this country by this regime.
Sarah, can you trust Trump? He said help is on its way. It's been a month. Can you trust a president such as Donald Trump?
Yeah, because actually, according to what has ever been done by this president, we can say, actually he needs to plan to do something much wiser and That's why everything is needed to be planned, is necessary to be planned first. And people have accepted this. And because they wish this kind of governance could just cease to exist, I can say, or finish working, finish running the country.
Finally, Sarah.
Not only because of the economic crisis, I promise you, because even before any embargoes, any sanction, just which was imposed to Iran, many people would disagree, but actually the ground hadn't been provided for them just to have any demonstration or protest. But these days, people have become much more courageous and much braver to show reaction against them.
Are you feeling the economic pinch? The fact that economy is not doing very well, inflation is very high, prices have gone up. The prices of things, it costs more, it has become costly living. Is that something that troubles you, bothers you?
So this, something like this might be claimed by the government that it has been done by America or the wrong decision of European countries, sanction or a snapback. Actually, they might put the blame on the other countries, but people exactly know what the reality is. Because the wealth of Iran is being stolen by this government and by the authorities who are running countries, by the politicians, and even ordinary people quite understand what's happening here. You might not believe me. You might think that someone like me might just be really into news, but many people around me are the same, and even children these days have got a lot of information. They are quite just informed and aware of the latest development, the latest, happening here. They are quite familiar, yes, and deeply they understand just what is being done by the government.
Okay. Sarah, thank you so much for speaking to us. A person lives in Tehran, says it's not fine, it's not okay, and things are not normal. With video journalist Sachin Chandok in Tehran, Geeta Mohan for India Today.